All right, so for number 19 on the HLTV top 20 player list, we have Yuurih here. Pretty much the number 2 rifler on this Furious squad. Furia. 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶ERATO has been locking it down now for a while. That dude's a straight turret on the CT side. However, Yuurih, this dude has been on Furia for like 5 years, his whole career. He's looked insanely good. I think he was in the top 10 just a year or two ago. And in 2020, he was in the top 20. And now, once again, he finds himself kind of barely getting into the top 20 HLTV. A lot of players left him off. However, I think he had 3 EVPs for the year. He had some pretty insane performances. Just a really solid, consistent rifler. Had some really amazing plays throughout the year, so it definitely made sense why he ended up on HLTV top 20 despite Furia not going super deep on any runs. I mean, they did make the quarters in the majors, which is a pretty big deal for that Brazilian region, just an insanely big region in Counter-Strike. Without further ado, we're going to get into a POV of Yuurih against G2 at the IEM Dallas quarterfinal on Mirage. Yuurih goes about 24 kills, 10 deaths, and he is looking sharp. We're just going to kind of vibe out and watch his POV here, okay? So here we are. It's the quarterfinal. Furia against G2 on Mirage. Yuurih ends up putting a hell of a performance this game. G2, they are no slouch on Mirage. You're dealing with, this is actually 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐶, so it's a little bit different than what we've seen before, because this was earlier in the year. But we're gonna HLTV. There's a lot of recency bias that the community has, but they're gonna look at some of these performances that were kind of earlier in the year as well. Yuurih, I think it was this game where he got this like absolutely insane triple kill on A as a CT. Like, I was like, holy. And the Glock has eyes, it's just staring back at me, man. It's creepy. This G2 roster obviously had changes. So this is the 𝐁𝐔𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐶 version that later ended up getting swapped into the 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶 version of G2. Jax ending up going to Heat. 𝐂𝐒𝐶𝐒 ending up joining Ninjas in Pajamas, and IP ended up turning into an international squad from a formerly full Swedish squad. Yuurih just kind of tearing them up in this VOD though. Yeah, honestly, the G2 with the changes looked pretty good coming into 2023. 𝐿𝐼's been looking insane. Surely he will end up on this top 20 list as well. 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶ERATO, of course, will be on the top 20 list. It's only a matter of how high. I think a lot of people are placing him around number 10. I wonder 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶ERATO versus 𝐿𝐼, who would be placed higher. Probably think that 𝐿𝐼 would get placed a little higher, but it's hard to say definitively because Strauss has not really done a ton. Nice patient play from Yuurih there, trusting his teammate to whip out the molly there. Of course, he's working with 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶ERATO there. That'll give you a bit of confidence with 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶ERATO click-clacking by your side there. Just a nice little triple from Yuurih, kind of cleaning up some ecos, farming some eco frags. Speaking of 𝐿𝐼. I guess Yuurih's a left-handed player, did not know that before today. Nico, that sneaky man. Able to catch Yuurih's head there. It's like whenever I spectate Yuurih, he's got his Molotov out. It's a straight firebender. He's been taking a lot of these aggressive rolls over at mid. You think Yuurih, you don't really think entry fragger though. You can definitely do some of these kind of lurk type rolls. I guess that is part of like the issue with 𝐂𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐄𝐒 T sides. Maybe, I don't know. Fury is, they go really quick on T side a lot of the time. They also have some like more like passive players. I mean, like 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿TO is known to be kind of passive or defensive, not just an extremely aggressive player. Unable to finish his meal there. 𝐂𝐒𝐒 once again. Thorn in his side. G2 were finally able to pick up a round. But Yuurih kind of just gets overlooked sometimes because, you know, it's like when you're Kyrie and you're on a team with LeBron, like, gonna get overshadowed a bit. Just 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿TO kind of steals a lot of the thunder sometimes on this Brazilian powerhouse. It is 𝐂𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐄𝐒. So Yuurih sometimes doesn't get mentioned quite as often as he should. Perhaps part of the reason he was kind of overlooked in a lot of people's lists for their HLTV top 20. It's like one of Yuurih's teammates took down 𝐂𝐒𝐒. That was, 𝐂𝐒𝐒 was taking him out every round. Maybe this is where Yuurih shines. Trying to set up flashbang. He gets punished for that aggression. Hunter's like, alright. Nice little hedge maze. Gamma Doppler Karambit combo looking dripped. Nice headshot. Definitely a team effort out of 𝐂𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐄𝐒 this game. Yuurih, so far, I mean, he has a really good performance in this match. A lot of it was eco frags, but we've also seen him take a lot of aggressive lines, especially up mid. It's pretty much first one out on B and get that trade kill. I feel like his role sometimes kind of second one in, sometimes lurk. I consistently kind of have him as this mid guy though. It's kind of interesting to see what teams decide to put their mid player as. Like, sometimes you'll see like a 𝐈GL, like teams will like to put the 𝐈GL top mid so they can make decisions. See, he's just playing the pixel angle here to just cover that underpass aggression. A lot of times you'll just get the star fragger out in this T side mid position. Like, Team Liquid likes to put 𝐂𝐻𝐿TV here. Makes sense to have a reliable rifler for T side mid. There's a lot of different places the CTs can peek if they're feeling a little cheeky. 𝐂𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐄𝐒 is going to look to punish there. Yuurih, once again, first one up this catwalk position pretty consistently, being the one to take the space for his squad here. He took out 𝐿𝐿, but he's like, is there anyone else? Yeah, 𝐿𝐿 was hiding. Yuurih, ooh. Nice double there. He's actually putting in crazy work this game. Just an easy post plant. Trying to deny them potentially grabbing that up, I think. Furia in this game kind of just putting the clamps on G2. 7-2. Yuurih's actually been a bit of a beast thus far. There's a lot of aggressive lines. A lot of multi-kills. Cracking open Hunter's skull, making 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶𝐒 look silly. Oh, imagine he gets nasty there. Not quite, but still. Yuurih's definitely kind of had a bit of the blame F special this game. A lot of aggression against the go-rounds, netting him some big kills. But ooh, they're the full blind spray. Take out Nico. That's got to be a tilter for Nico there. Yuurih once again punished on that window push. But he ultimately did win that round with that entry frag on Nico. Ended up being huge. Yuurih just taking his time here. A lot of the previous rounds we saw him just kind of running it down. Catwalk, Woodia are known for just taking those really aggressive, quick T-sides. So every now and then, definitely gotta slow it down, keep the other team guessing, keep them on their toes. Woodia, this is a little bit out of their comfort zone going this slow. Drop is an insane pickup for Furia. He's been solid. A little bit maybe rough at first, but he's definitely come onto his own. Yeah, this is an A1S meta, 25 bullets, no drop off. Yeah, you see that A1S? He's like, oh yeah. Oh, he's got the silent drop, but they get the defuse off. Gotta be feeling kind of dumb about that, but just unlucky at the end of the day. Yuurih's like, oh fuck, man. Thought my teammate checked the bomber. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for some T-side spam. Thought that was gonna be spicy. He does not opt for such trickery. Instead, just looking to flash the homie out under. I think it was landed a little short. I was like, was that a lineup? Like, he just kind of looks like he kind of just yeeted the line flash. He's like, oh fuck it, it might work honestly. a little bit messy there. I think it perhaps fell a little short. But you know, even the greatest miss sometimes. You can't be scared to go for it. Yeah, Yuurih heard that info related to Art getting easy pickup. G2 defense, Yuurih seemed to just find the hole in it every round. I mean, Nico's caught him early a couple times, but it feels like most of this game he's just been like running around doing dirty things to G2, never really prepared. Like, it's like good timings. good instincts, making it look easy. Manessi's giving his props and all chat. Manessi, what a way he ended this year. Young Russian opper. Kid is looking insane. Should be interesting to see if he keeps up that momentum going into the new year. Brazilians, I think we've seen some interesting roster moves recently. Try and NQZ got swap teams between 9Z and 00 Nation. So should be interesting to see if NQZ will continue to be red hot in 00 Nation. Fordia will continue to just be the undisputed top dog. Looks like Imperial's likely gonna swap out Fur for Joda, because I think Fur is gonna retire, and Joda, I guess he ended up being IGL of MIBR, but he's not really a traditional IGL. They just kind of happen to have him fill the role. Some of this stuff is kind of unconfirmed at this point, so we don't quite know what's gonna happen. 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐄𝐒, that dude's been looking solid. I'll have to do a POV review of one of his games. Definitely gonna be doing a lot on this channel. 40, what a solid T side in a semi-final game against G2. Yuurih, a lot of these rounds, just kind of making a lot of space for his team, staying alive. Oh, he thought he finished the kill. He dinked him, so he switched util and then died. It's gotta be a frustrating way to die. Well, yeah, there's a couple rounds where it's like, alright, he didn't have much impact, but some rounds this game, he just popped the fuck off when he needed to. Got some, like, sick blind sprays, like, he had that series of rounds, really got them rolling on the T side. Oof. It was kind of surprising that G2 was never really able to get the ball rolling with 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶. Should be interesting to see in 2023 how 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶 fares with this NIP squad. NIP recently benching 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿𝐻. It's like they're in talks with Headtrick. Looks like he's likely to end up as their opper. I mean, now that they're no longer full Swedish, they can kind of go wherever. I don't know if the move will be as successful as some of the Ukrainian oppers, but I mean, can't fault them for giving it a go, you know what I mean? Seems like a decent thing to try out. It's 40 a roster. It's really hard to make any kind of moves with the squad. They're all pretty solid. I think Safe is kind of a better rifler than he is opper, but his opping's still pretty solid, so Yuurih made a couple deep runs. They're just gonna have to kind of, I don't know, find out a way to make the run a little bit longer in some of these tournaments. Kind of felt like it was their time to win Rio. The quarterfinals ran around. It was like, oof, how are Heroic gonna handle this? Like, a crowd is all behind them. They are loud. But ultimately, they were not able to convert in that quarterfinal. Yeah, this game, Furia against G2, this IEM Dallas semis, like, Furia just kind of put the hurt on him on this map Mirage, which is honestly pretty surprising. Like, I think like Nico, Monesi, you think on Mirage, they just, Hunter, that they just, you know, some of the best in the world that they can clean house. But it's kind of G2 in the earlier part of the year. Not quite as strong as, I mean, well, G2 just came off winning Blast Finals to round out the year. It's hard to think that any iteration was stronger, at least in recent times. Yuurih finding a nice gap in the smoke, nice double kill. Probably feeling like the game's just, from Yuurih's perspective, he's honestly just made it look easy this game. It's like he's playing like a, I think his homie just stabbed the homie. Ooh, some aggression out of Yuurih. Just putting the clamps on this G2 squad. They were looking to humiliate him here on North American soil. Say this is our turf. When you're in EU, you might win, but not here. Not in the Americas. We may be seeing AK Sprayer too. That wasn't the absolute finest, but overall some pretty solid. It's pretty solid gunplay. Nothing incredible utility wise, but just like on T side, I was kind of surprised at how much like space Yuurih was able to make. Like constantly kind of finding the gaps in the G2 defense. Like he just made it look easy. I'm sure a lot of good comms with his squad to help facilitate that, but nonetheless felt impressive. And 15-5. Oof. Definitely no one expected that coming into a Furia G2 huge matchup here on Mirage. Like Furia, they're a solid Mirage team, but you wouldn't expect them to wipe out the likes of Hunter, Monesi, Nico in such a humiliating fashion. I like how Nico said GG before Monesi died. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. That was Yuurih's POV. He looked pretty solid. I was surprised. He just made T-side look easy. He took a ton of space, but really unpunished. Just a solid showing why he belonged to be in the HLTV top 20. And we'll be doing a lot of other videos of other players in the HLTV top 20. I hope you enjoyed your viewing experience, and I appreciate you tuning into my stream. Take it easy.